Alright, so there's been a lot of industry drama going on with Warner Brothers the past couple weeks here, because I think it was last week when they officially announced that Warner Media and Discovery are going to merge, and they're going to become one company, and it was kind of a weird thing that was just like, whoa, okay, so this is happening, and we were all really confused, like, alright, what does this mean for the future? What does this mean for Warner Brothers? Because it looks like in this merger, the guy that was the head of Discovery is now going to be just the head of Warner Discovery, or whatever they're calling this new company. So it kind of seems like Warner Media and Warner Brothers and DC and all that stuff has been kind of put on the back burner and could possibly get sold. And yesterday, this crazy report came out from Cosmic Book News saying that DC might be sold to Disney. And this is fake. This is just fake, because Cosmic Book News is such an unreliable source, so there's no way this is actually happening. I mean, it could, but at the same time, I highly doubt it would. And I don't know if I would want it to be, because as much as we hate Warner Brothers for everything that they're doing with DC, it's like every time there's something that we want to see from DC, they cancel it or mess it up or give us an Hour Man movie instead of Man of Steel 2 or something like that, So, but I don't know if DC would work with Disney, because it would be cool to see DC movies being made by Disney, being under the supervision of Kevin Feige, or at least someone like Kevin Feige that knows what they're doing when it comes to these projects and can actually plan things out and make good, solid movies and a solid cinematic universe. And it would also be cool to see some crossover between the Avengers and the Justice League and just, Marvel and DC. That would be really cool. And that's something they could do if they were made by the same studio. But at the same time, I feel like it just wouldn't work, because as much as you want to deny it, DC is a darker property than Marvel. It can be light, and that's what they're kind of still trying to figure it out over at Warner Brothers, what to do with DC, whether to just keep doing the hard R, dark, gritty stuff like the Suicide Squad and the Batman and stuff like that, or to try and be more like the MCU and go for more lighthearted stuff, kind of like what they did with Shazam and Aquaman. And I feel like if it's nice to have a balance between those two. And if Disney owned this, then I don't think we'd get any of this dark and gritty stuff. So I think, honestly, it is best for DC to stay with Warner Brothers, Warner Media, Warner Discovery, whatever it's called now. I really do think that is the best for it, because even though they're not really shining when it comes to their live-action cinematic universe, they're doing great with their animated movies. They're doing great with their streaming stuff like Doom Patrol and Titans and stuff like that. And even the CW shows, those are great as well. So if this were to be sold to a different company, especially Disney, then it would just change everything. And I don't think for the good. But again, this is a pretty unreliable source, so I doubt this is actually happening. But you never know. Things can change, and some crazier things have happened before. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. If DC was sold away from Warner Brothers, would you like to see them end up at home with Disney or stick with Warner Brothers? It is kind of a devil's advocate thing, because as bad as things are and have been at Warner Brothers with DC, things might get better in the future. So, we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.